Avanade, and we provide Microsoft certified technology and custom software and consulting services, and we're selling to the Brocco Group. They were founded in 1927, and they're a chemical, pharmaceutical, and biomedical group, and a world leader in the diagnostic imaging sector.
Mrs. Brocco, how are you doing today? Very good, thank you. How'd your anniversary party go?
Oh, thank you very much. It went really well.
All right. So, after talking on the phone the other day, I feel like I have a very good grasp of your current problem. However, I just want to ask you a couple of additional questions so I can better understand the situation and we can tailor a solution to meet your needs. All right. So let's get started here. So, as I understand it, you're currently having some security issues with the current program Contrace that you're currently using, which can control the flow of data between employees and the other agencies you currently deal with.
Yeah, security is actually our main issue right now with that part of the business you just mentioned, and we can't meet the standards we really need to do because it protects our patients' lives.
And in addition, you also mentioned that you are having communication issues with regulatory bodies to deal with.
Yes, actually, we're having the two issues are communication and security, and we really need something that's going to solve both of those problems.
Okay, perfect. So with a little more exploration, I feel like I can find a solution to meet your needs. However, I just want to ask a few additional questions in order to clarify your problem so we can tailor the solution to meet your needs. Okay, great. So, Heather, are you the primary decision maker for both IT and maintenance issues in the country?
Yes, to make all the decisions for all these issues.
And as I understand, you have multiple offices throughout the world. Correct?
Yes, we actually have 3 main offices. Our U.S. office is headquartered in Princeton. We also have 2 satellite offices in Tokyo and Milan.
Okay, great. So from the information I've been able to gather during our previous phone calls and some outside research, I understand that you communicate with a number of entities outside the country, such as the FDA in the United States and the EMEAA, that you communicate with these companies on a regular basis.
Yes, so we're using that Contrace software to communicate with them. And the data is entered into Contrace by Brocco's drug control unit. So each piece of data has to be managed and notified to the regulatory bodies. And it really often involves a lot of duplication and time-consuming process.
Okay, understand. As of now, can you easily audit what is going on between the companies that you're dealing with?
No, we can't at all. I mean, we really need a communication process to be simplified.
Okay, and as you stated also, you cannot meet the current HIPAA standards.
Right. We are required to do so by law, and we cannot do that with Contrace software.
Are your partners that you're dealing with asking you to accommodate and to control the security that you're communicating with?
Yeah, actually, the EMEA has expressed concern over our current method of transmission of data. We need a new solution to that.
What would happen right now if someone got into your database and tampered with your information?
Well, we could lose all of the confidential data that we have stored there, as well as damaging our reputation with agencies that we deal with.
Are you concerned about monitoring the input of this data?
Yeah, actually, data security is my most immediate concern right now. Up until now, cases were posted via fax and regular mail to solve the problem with police submission, and theoretically, anyone in the department who came in could sit down and had a computer and sample the files. So this potential situation could be devastating.
Imagine. About how much currently are you spending right now on maintenance costs associated with the current program you're using?
Well, right now we're spending about $1 million for all of the consultants and the staff to maintain the Contrace system.
And how much do you spend per year in operational costs related to the Contrace system?
Just about $800,000.
Okay. So if Avanade could provide you with a single tool that would improve your IT security, meet the HIPAA standards, and please the regulatory bodies, would this information be valuable to you?
Yeah, I'd be very happy to have just one of those benefits, but all 3 would be amazing.
And if the same tool could reduce your maintenance and operating costs by 20% for the system that you're updating, would this also help your business?
Yeah, lower costs are always good.
Of course they are. If I could show you a way to receive all these benefits and more, would you be interested in doing business?
I'd be very interested.
All right. So the solution I'd like to present to you today is a software program called BizTalk. BizTalk software basically allows secure interactions between 2 systems. For example, your ordering system and your accounting system. So when you put a new order into the ordering system, BizTalk will automatically link these 2 programs together and making it so you don't have to input data twice, which wastes your time.
Okay, so BizTalk links 2 systems together. I think you understand that.
Exactly, very simple. So let me go through and highlight the features of BizTalk. The first feature I'd like to address is that BizTalk software has a security feature whereby every user is issued a secure login name and password. This means that every person who uses the secure system must log in with the secure username and password. So As of now, anyone can sit down in a terminal in your office and log into your system. So this way you'll be able to head off possible breaches of security and data loss. This will increase your own sense of security as well as increase Rocco's credibility and trustworthiness with your current company. So let me demonstrate to you how to improve security of BizTalk by showing you how to use a login name and password.
Okay, great. I really want to see how hard it is to use
Do
this.
you want to text you to?
Yeah, no problem.
So you slap on the thing right here, and then you set the username and password right here, and you see if you cannot log in, you will not be allowed to access the device.
Okay, great.
So all of the username and passwords will be stored on a secure database, available to users with the appropriate access, such as yourself and anyone else who monitors the system.
That's a very nice feature, and it makes me feel much better to know that every person gaining access to our records, is going to remain confidential. That's what we really need security.
I think you get an idea of how Avanade can provide an advantage to your business with benefit of full IT security and possibly no data loss.
Yeah, I would certainly feel much better knowing that our systems are password protected and that our data can stay exactly as it should, confidential. And as you showed me, it's pretty easy to use the system.
Yes. Secondly, and related to the security feature, but with BizTalk, you will automatically satisfy the HIPAA standard. This is beneficial to you because your clients and any associated medical patients can be assured that their information will be kept confidential, ensuring their trust for future business. Here's some literature about the above HIPAA standards, and you can see that BizTalk satisfies them all. I think you would agree that your clients' and patient security is of utmost concern, and Avanade can help you satisfy the HIPAA standards and your own security needs with this one tool. Is this something you're interested in pursuing?
Yeah, we definitely get benefit from satisfying the HIPAA standards as we are required to do so by law, and the clinical allows us to do that for us. But can you just tell me a little bit more about this stuff?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. A third feature of BizTalk is that it will provide an composite to your existing trace system. What this means to you is that the system is completely automatic and does not require manual intervention, which your current system does now. Basically, when you enter the data into the ClinTrace system, it is automatically accessible to the regulatory bodies and Rocco's other offices throughout the world. The new tool means that Rocco can avoid the duplication of data and effort that has been characteristic of your old system, the ClinTrace system, and would allow for this easier communication with the regulatory bodies. I believe you agree that improved processes will greatly benefit your data entry and accessibility, and will help your business survive.
Yeah, definitely. The ClinTrace technicians actually get really frustrated when they have to duplicate their data entry and when they're not able to transmit their communication to the other offices and regulatory bodies that we can work.
Fourthly, as with all Microsoft tools, BizTalk provides you with an easy-to-use system. This implies that there will be little to no extra time needed to learn how to interact with BizTalk as with other software programs that can be very costly and time-consuming to learn. Let me show you how easy it is to use BizTalk with this demo. See, you just enter in your information records on the lines right here, and then at the very bottom there's a little tab, and you click it, and then automatically the information is accessible to view from your other office and to the regulatory agency.
Great, it seems like it's pretty easy to use the system, and I think my employees would benefit from it.
All right, the fifth feature I would like to bring to your attention is the reduced amount of time your employees will spend entering the duties leading to the reduced operating costs. This implies that your employees will be able to cut down on their time by entering the information and communicating the data to other systems, and therefore, the operating costs will be reduced. Each of the companies that Avanade has done business with in the past has shown a reduction in operating costs and maintenance costs by 20%. Here is some data on the other companies who have received an average of 20% reduction in operating costs as a result of implementing this project. Look it over and you will see the same results are possible for Rocco.
Well, that would be really great to have that much savings.
Don't you think you could put that 20% to a better use?
Yeah, actually, we've been trying to cut costs in the office in Milan, so this would be just the right stuff for everything.
In addition to the reduced operational costs, the BizTalk software will also reduce your maintenance costs, as I said earlier, with the various systems associated with the system, by 20% as a result of not having to constantly fix the ClinTrace system and to update the records across the different systems. What this means is that the extra 20% you spend on maintenance and operational costs can also be used to open that new office in Milan that you just mentioned. All right. So also I want to show you, this is a case study from a company called Pacificare. Pacificare is in the field with the Medicare, and they have communication issues similar to your problem between their ordering and accounting systems. So we installed BizTalk so that they could link the two systems together and have thus since reduced their maintenance costs by 20%. I believe you can achieve the same result here, or if not better. I think you'd agree that 20% reduction in maintenance costs would be a wonderful benefit, wouldn't you?
Yes, it definitely would. So is there anything else I need to know about BizTalk?
Yes, actually, the seventh feature I want to go over with you today is that BizTalk provides you with improved data flow management and between Bronco and its partners and regulatory bodies. This is beneficial to you because data flow allows the creation of rapid and automatic data transformation and elaboration processes. So instead of completing these processes manually as you are doing now, the BizTalk will allow them to focus on tasks which require their attention. Okay. So let me show you another case study from a company called Descendix. They currently do business working with Medicare as well as working with patients who have kidney issues. They have said that BizTalk's automation capabilities have freed their employees from these time-consuming processes so they can devote their skills to more important issues at hand. Considering that we can improve your data flow management, wouldn't you agree that BizTalk is a much-needed addition to your system?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that BizTalk will be very beneficial for us. But can you tell me about more about the services that Algebra is going to provide? I'm not sure I understand where you people will fit into business.
Yes, of course. Well, actually, one of the biggest advantages to doing business with Algebra is that we can offer you our expert consultants. Trained in BizTalk will be involved with the implementation and training of this program. This means to you that you will benefit from Microsoft certified consultants who have expertise to install the BizTalk system properly. So it'll blend in seamlessly with how your current employees are using the program. The consultants will train your employees thoroughly so they will easily interact with the system and provide ongoing service for any additional needs you might come in contact with. Okay, so if we implement this solution today, actually, I can introduce you to Bob Taylor. Next time we meet, he is one of our consultants who will be working on integrating BizTalk software with Pinterest. He has worked with us since our inception 6 years ago and has over 15 years experience with Microsoft tools. Just a few minutes conversation with him, you can learn to get a feel for expertise in the Microsoft tools and understand how you can better train your employees. With people like Bob, you can definitely understand what Algebra can do for you.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to see that BizTalk and Algebra can do good for them.
All right. So first, let me show you how BizTalk and Algebra can save you money. So, as I stated earlier, you can save 20% on your annual operational costs. You said that you spend around $800,000 on your operational costs currently. So if we look over 5 years, that comes to $4 million. Is that right? Okay, so that means Algebra can save you $160,000 on your operational costs. That comes to $800,000 savings over 5 years. Does that sound right? Okay. We also said we could save you 20% on your $1 million maintenance costs as well. Over 5 years, your annual maintenance costs will come out to be another $5 million. Is that right?
Yeah, it actually may be more depending on how many problems we have with these Pinterest systems.
Okay, well, let's leave it at that number to keep it conservative. Algebra save you another $200,000 annually on maintenance costs. So the total 5-year savings in maintenance costs is $1 million. This means that Algebra could save you a total of $1,800,000 on maintenance and operational costs combined over 5 years, or $360,000 annually. Does that sound okay?
Wow, that's a lot of money that we could be using to fund that new office in Milan. And I like those numbers a lot, but how much is it going to cost for your services?
Well, without doing a thorough breakdown, the current cost estimate for this project to be about $1 million.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of money. I'm just not sure that we can fit that into our budget right now.
I definitely understand your concern. However, currently you're spending about $4,931 a day on operational and maintenance costs combined. With our system, you'd only be spending $139 a day, and you would see all the benefits I've just described. Wouldn't you rather save nearly half of what you are currently spending on operational maintenance costs per day while fixing the major problems you are currently coming in contact with?
Well, when you put it that way, I guess it would be better to go without it. You know, I just still am really concerned that some of my employees may have trouble adapting to the BizTalk software. Some of them are a little bit older, and they're not very familiar with the technology. So, what can you tell me about that?
I completely understand how you feel this way. Actually, Descendix, who I showed you the case study earlier, felt the exact same way. And when we implemented the BizTalk, after the software was installed, they actually found employee productivity rise and how the employees were very happy with the software and how easy it was for them to use. Okay. Doesn't that make the software seemingly a bit more attractive?
It definitely does. I'm just also kind of worried about the possibility of the project running longer than I'd like. It seems like the amount of time that you'll spend integrating our systems could run over a certain time.
What amount of time do you think you consider to be too long?
Well, if it ran over 5 months probably, I think it would be really difficult.
At Alpine, it is definitely our goal to keep to the time specified in the contract. 95% of our projects have been on time and on budget. Our expert consultants will be able to correctly identify the amount of time it will take to implement the system, as stated in our contract. If we happen to run over the original time frame, we will give you a 5% price discount on the specified amount specified in the contract, or in your case, $50,000. If I can guarantee our on-time delivery and 5% price discount, would you be interested in doing business today?
Yeah, I think so. It would definitely ease my apprehension on the issue. In the end, a few days over the time limit won't affect much of the different discussions since you're offering a discount.
Exactly.
So the price aspect really does still worry me, and I'm just not sure that we can afford it anymore.
So you're concerned that the benefits don't outweigh the costs?
Well, you presented all the benefits, but the price tag is lower.
You know, the price is very expensive. I'll agree with you for sure. But would you rather waste $493 an hour like you are on a program right now that doesn't work well, since your employees aren't liked and it isn't maintaining to the current HIPAA standards? Or spend only $274 an hour with our expert service and software that fixes all your problems and more. Besides that, if you sign today, I can discuss the financial plan that I think will fit into your budget.
Okay, well that definitely makes sense. But one of our databases need to be converted from SQL to XML. That could take a lot of time and effort for you.
Yeah, of course, it does take a lot of time and effort. And as I mentioned earlier, our expert consultants will figure out the time frame. And again, if we don't go in that specified time frame, you will receive a 5% discount, and in your case, about $50,000.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. So let's review the major points which we've agreed upon, okay? So we offer fail-proof security, compliance with the current HIPAA regulations, improved processes, improved communication with other systems such as the EMEA, reduced maintenance and operational costs, and our expert consultants. Heather, with all these major benefits available, can you see that our BizTalk software and Alpine consultants is a sound investment for your company?
I'm just not sure that I'm ready to sign it. I think that we could meet tomorrow and take 24 hours to look at the contract.
Is there something else that's concerning you?
Well, I still just think that one of my older employees will be busy using new technologies.
Heather, I assure you, he or she, if they do have a problem adapting to the user-friendly software, that they will be helped by our expert consultants on a one-on-one basis so they completely understand the software and comfortable using it on their own. Given our willingness to help each employee adopt to the software, do you agree that BizTalk is a good investment for your company? You want to get started on the paperwork?
Sure, let's get this going on.
All right, sounds good.